So I'm riding my bike. Hopefully this guy doesn't hit me. So I always go through this area, the Boca Resort. It's beautiful in here. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause it for a moment. All right, so this is the Boca Resort here. So this is where in 1997, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, let me rephrase that, JP Morgan. This is where the credit swap, the SWIFTs, the defaults on mortgage-backed securities. This is where the product was originated in 1997. So a bunch of people in the late 20s, early 30s came here for the weekend. They wanted a new product to sell, and that's where the product was originated. So it's kind of bizarre. It's beautiful that, they're the ones that came up with the product. Whoops. And they're the most powerful bank in our country today, with Jamie Dimon running it. I don't know if he was involved in that when they came up with that product, but that's what created the whole 2008 collapse. They came up with that product and they started selling it all off. Wow, it's usually a golf community, but look at, they're redoing it out there right now. So anyways, bike ride. Whoops, I think I might have lost you guys here. So my morning bike ride, and just driving through here. It's a beautiful area. Michael Dell owns it. He put about 100 in, I think it was 200 million actually into it. I was gonna say 150, but I think it was 200 million into it. So it's just beautiful. It looks like a wedding out here. I sit, watch the fireworks, because oftentimes weddings are going on out here. And you see fireworks just sitting on my couch at home, because I always see this. But I want to talk briefly. Oh, look at this, even got a band. There's always something going on here. It's gonna be popular tonight. Because I just want to talk about real quick, once you get a deal on a contract, what you need to do to kind of make sure that deal closes and it goes through and you don't running it into any issues. Oftentimes, somebody new will lock up a contract and they won't stay in contact with the seller or buyer, but typically the seller, if you're buying a property, or even if you're wholesaling a property, the deal tends to fall apart because of certain things, lack of communication, not doing what you need to do. Because yes, you lock up the contract, but then what do you do next? How do you get that closed? Are you wholesaling it? And hopefully you're purchasing it, because that's what you really want to do, is purchase the property and push it across. So one of the big things that I've always noticed where the deals fall apart is be in contact with the seller. Reach out to the seller once or twice a week, build that relationship. In the beginning of my career, I lost a couple deals because I got the deal on the contract and I didn't want to lose it. But in fact, I ended up losing it because I wasn't communicating properly with the seller. So, and I talk about this over and over and over many times about the relationship with the seller. But, and then just make sure you have a checklist. And if you need a checklist, just DM below this video and we'll get you a checklist of things that what you need to do to kind of get that deal across the line. Make sure you have your team together, meaning when I say team, like title company, attorney, your loan officer, any inspection, anything that you need to make sure you have all that lined up. So when you get that deal in the contract, you can push it through really quickly as possible. Get your insurance lined up. If it's a subject to deal, you need to make sure you do things correctly, because they could get that loan called due. So, and if you're new at it, definitely work with somebody in that area. So anyways, that's the number one thing I really want to say is just morning. When you get your deal on the contract, stay in communication with your seller so you don't lose that deal, okay? Enjoy your weekend all. Just leaving the resort now. Just having it all torn up, redoing everything. Enjoy your weekend.